Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night. What are your predictions towards the Portia and Curtis wedding? I had to really think about that for a minute. Sometimes I just have so many different names in my head. What's good, CW? What are your predictions? How do you think that the wedding is going to get stopped? Or do you think the wedding is going to get stopped at all? Do you think that they're going to move forward with the wedding and then whatever's going to drop is going to drop after that? Very curious about your predictions. What's good, CW? How you doing, Mel? Mel, I already know that you watched Monday's episode already, as you always do. What's good, De Havilland? Thank you for joining. There's all sorts of number of things that want to be happening. Maybe Stella comes in there and she stops the wedding, or maybe Jordan decides to stop the wedding. Maybe they're talking and Trina overhears and she stops the wedding. What's good, Blackmon? Thank you for joining. And everyone, the wedding will be stopped. Yeah, but the question is how. What's good, Monique? Monique says, I predict when they get to the I do join will protest and say you can't marry Portia until you know the truth. Yeah, yeah, that's a very good point. That could happen also. CW became a super supporter. Oh my God, thank you, CW. Wow, that made my night. What's good, Queen of the South? It is very good to see you in the chat again. You have been greatly missed. Latasha's in the chat. Latasha said, I think Stella is going to show up and stop the wedding. Okay. Zia Blackmon also says Stella. Kellen says, I didn't watch today's episode 2 days. So you didn't watch, so you're 2 episodes behind. Is that what you're saying, Kaiwan? I'm very happy for a couple of reasons tonight. One, CW also joined the Super Supporter Squad. Two, I actually have off tomorrow. I get to actually besides when I wake up in the morning and I got to do the whole see the cable guy so you can install some new stuff. Other than that, it's a good day. Monique says, I'll watch Wine all today. Oh, God. CW says, I think Trina may overhear. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. And maybe Trina will stop the wedding. What's good, Kai Wen? Thank you for, what's good, Kyrie? Thank you for joining. I have Kai Wen and I have Kyrie. What's good, Kyrie? Thank you for joining. As always, it is great to see you. Krista says, I am think I'm thinking Taggart knows and has always known that Trina is likely Curtis. I think that is why he asked Curtis to watch over Trina that could be very true. I can't imagine both of those men being stupid. I mean, maybe one, but two? Nah. Becky D, what's good, Becky D? Becky D says, okay, that was super weird. I was waiting at the test video and I just saw CW become a super. Yes. Yes, CW has joined the squad. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, CW. And thank you, Becky D, for also being part of the Super Squad. Super Squad. Queen of the South says Ali on Days is leaving the show. What? Oh, okay, Queen of the South. I gotta look into that one. That's crazy. Monique says, what was in the letter that Douglas gave? Yeah, he wants Stuffy. He wants to live with Stuffy. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't see. There was some stuff I didn't see in this episode today that actually made B&B watchable. Imagine that, right? Mel says, I'm not surprised I didn't quit. And here's the problem with Adam quitting Jabbar and why it's hard for me to care. Adam is rich, okay? Like Billy is rich. They can sit there and literally just sit on their butts and count money all day. It's very difficult for me to sit there and have any sort of empathy towards either one of them. Oh, I'm finding myself. Oh, I don't like this job. Okay, well, that's cool. Most people usually have to find another job before they quit their job, you know? Carrie says, I am great today, really happy and grateful that my mom is out. Congrats, congrats, congrats. I hope, Kyrie, I hope that she makes a very speedy recovery. Um, I'm very happy to hear that. Eagle Fangs in the chat says, can they end the Willow Michael storyline already? You know, Eagle Fang, actually, I don't know if I told you, I finished watching Cobra Kai. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. I'm on episode 5 of The Boys. I don't know if you watched The Boys, right? Eagle Fang? CW says no about. Well, I'm glad to have you, CW. I am very glad to have you. Jonathan is in the chat. What's good, Jonathan? CW says the look on Hope's face was priceless. I'm glad I decided to watch today after reading yesterday's recap. Yeah, it was actually a good episode. And also, the hell else happened? Oh, Deacon wants Sheila back. He wants his bad girl back. Yeah, no, I'm somebody else is there telling me that. Lindsay, okay. That's crazy. What's good, Jakaris? How's everything going? How is the soap reviews going? Oh, Jonathan, you watched The Boys also. I'm loving The Boys so far. I'm only on episode 5. Um, because I'm gonna watch that and then I'm gonna watch the cartoon. Uh, it's hard to say, Eagle Fang. I like them all. I love. Here's the thing, Eagle Fang. The last season got my favorite team up. The Sammy and Tori team up, and also I can't remember their names now. Who are the two guys in the show? I said who are the two guys that were fighting over Sam? I got to see that team up too. Jakaris, I've been doing pretty well, actually. Doing pretty well. So I'm actually really happy. Oh yeah, Jonathan. Yo, Jonathan, when he told that girl to jump and she was like, I think I changed my mind. He was like, no, that's not a question. He was like, no, that's not rhetorical. I really want you to jump. I was like, yo, he took it to a whole new level. Yeah, Eagle fan. I'm not gonna lie, I did like season, but also here's the thing. I also like season 4 though too. I really like season 4. So it's very difficult to decide. They're both good seasons. I would sit there and say that. I loved it. I love the Miguel and Robbie. I love the Miguel and Robbie team up. Anna's in the chat. What's good, Anna? Thank you for joining. Gloria is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Nice. Okay, Jakaris. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to watching it. Honestly, tell you the truth, Black Man, this is the first time I'm hearing it. So I'm gonna look into that. This is the first time I'm hearing it. I'm literally getting an excuse. I mean, exclusive here. Yeah, Jonathan. I'm not. Here's the thing, Jonathan. Whenever Jensen Ackles plays like I don't know a bad boy or kind of like a villain, I love it. Um, I don't know if you remember, Jonathan, when Dean died, he came back with the cane blade. I think it was called the blade of cane. I love that season. Oh, it's all good, Jakaris. I know you're busy. I know you're busy. It's always really great when I get to see you. So, what's good, Solomon? Oh, the marker came. My bad. Okay. Well, you also had that blade though, too, right? I don't know. Like I said, I just anytime that Dean or anytime that Jensen Ackles goes bad, I love it. Yeah, thank you. It's the marker king. Sharon is in the chat. Sharon, what is good, Sharon? Thank you for joining. Sharon says, Why the hell is Jordan so interested in stopping Portia waiting to Curtis? If you don't want to tell him, then that's her business. Why is she pushing it? And it might backfire. You might enjoy its face. Yeah. Well, that's another thing now. It's a lie by omission. So Curtis is not going to be too happy with him either. But thank you for joining, Sharon. Shakira's in the chat. Who's good, Shakira? Um, Kyrie's. I had a feeling that you was going to enjoy that part. It's funny too, Kyrie's, because when I was sitting there watching it, I was like, I'm pretty sure Kyrie's is actually enjoying this part right now. So I'm glad seeing reading that sentence pretty much kind of confirmed that. What's good, Shakira? Mel says Johnny is not like Sammy, but Ali is like Sammy. Yes and no. Like she has her moments, but I don't think that she's like. It's like Josh. Well, I don't know if you know, but Jocelyn is more like Carly than Ali is like Sammy. There's a lot of times where I do see I see a bit of EJ um and Johnny, especially today's episode. Johnson says, "So, what do you think? Ali is leaving altogether, or do you think?" It's funny, Jonathan, because somebody said that she was going to be a recurring cast. And then somebody sent there telling me today that she's leaving the show. So I'm gonna look into it because a lot of times with these spoilers. Here's the thing: I get things wrong too. Like I don't even know if Tyler Christopher is coming back on the show. That's just something I read. But it was really early. I didn't sit there and really bother to make sure that that was true. So I should probably do that more in the future. So I'm gonna look into that. That is the first time I'm hearing that. Simon said, "Did you get to check out parody?" Nah, Solomon, I've been busy. I'm gonna try to check it out tomorrow though, because I actually am off from work. I actually have a day off from work on a Saturday. I'm so excited. Monique, I've heard of Doom Patrol. I watch a lot of Titans, so Doom Patrol was always something I was gonna get to. But now with James Gunn, it's like we don't know what they're gonna keep and what they won't. Um, So in some ways, Monique is I'm kind of glad that I didn't get it invested into Doom Patrol because of that. Mel says Sarah got her sweet revenge. Yeah, Mel, she did. Ryan says no. Ron, let me ask you a question. Okay, so Ron, Phoenix said she's gonna be a recurring character. Well, let me ask you a question though, Ryan. When was the last? Did he do a video recently? Ryan, let me know. Let me know if Phoenix Tremaine actually did a recent video. Someone says, well, okay, check it out tomorrow if you can and give me your thoughts on it in the next live stream. I will do that. Well, hold on. I'm so glad that I actually walked in. Let me do it again. La- Laura or Lara B says, hi, I hope it's okay I join when I can only watch. Of course, of course, you can always join. You can always join. The more the merrier. It is nice always seeing new faces. Wait, what? Monique said they had one scene where a superhero flexed the wrong muscle and everyone had a. I'm sorry, Monique, and that's on Doom Patrol. What's good, Amy? Thank you for joining, and thank you again for being a member. Yeah, thank you, Solomon. Thank you. Oh, Solomon, what's the name of the show though? Again, 'cause I want to write it down. Oof, I almost actually spelled something. Well, how you doing tonight, Laura? I think that is will be like Brenda and Sunny's wedding day when she objects to her own wedding. So you think that Portia's gonna decide to finally tell the truth, like her guilt is going to just eat her up, Laura? But yeah, no, Solomon, what's the name of the show though? The parody that you was talking about. Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you, Solomon. Ouch. Amy says, I wonder if Curtis and Portia will make it down the aisles. You know, I have this weird feeling like they are, and that the truth is going to come afterwards, which is going to annoy me. Eagle Fang says, Bold and Beautiful. I might have missed one of your comments. What about Bold and Beautiful, though? It was actually good today. Yes, Laura, it is always good to sit there and see new faces. So thank you for joining. Um, CW says, Hope was so sure she was getting Douglas free and clear. It was funny watching her bubble burst. You know, CW, you and Kyrie actually said the same thing, and am I in the chat? Yeah, both literally said the same thing. Good, thank you. In my humble opinion, Ron says, "Albert, did you watch the video? Did Albert did a video about Allie being on recurring status? This is why Chanel and Johnny are together." Oh, okay, all right. I gotta check him out because I haven't checked it out in a hot minute though. But you know, Ron, you said that he hasn't been doing videos. Like, I don't know. When was the last time you did it? Well, I gotta sit there and check them out when I get a chance. And it says, haven't seen today's episode or your recap. Okay, well, whenever you can, it's up. So, I mean, here's the thing: me actually having a cable box really does work so much better. Um, 'Cause that YouTube crap was just like not working for me. That is definitely true, Monique. What's the name of that movie? What's the name of that? Yeah, it's actually called Not Another Teen Movie. I think that's probably among my favorite parodies. Shakira says, I'm feeling okay and glad you're feeling good, like James Brown said. Solomon says the original videos of parodies were taken down by. Oh, okay. Oh, Johnson, yeah, scary movie, yeah. Um, a lot of them were funny, but then I think maybe the last one that I saw wasn't funny. I think it was just like they were just done. Um, but I did like the scary movie stuff. I did. What's the Jonathan? What's the parodies with Charlie Sheen? What's the parodies with Charlie Sheen? I can't remember. I can't remember the names of them. I remember actually watching them. They were like really funny. Man, Charlie Sheen used to actually have a really good career before everything just went to. I mean, he got together with their niece. He got together with the niece Richards. Like, how do you mess that up? Ron said he Phoenix did a video on actors being harassed by a delusional fan base because of playing roles. Mother. I love. Sometimes I feel like my phone is just trying to just purposely bother me. Okay. Because I'm trying to find out. Okay, so yeah, he hasn't did a video in like 2 weeks. Okay, he hasn't done a video in 2 weeks. Yeah, no, that was actually a really good scene today. And it says I can see any scary movie until someone gets it in their in the eye. Yeah, is it? What's the name of that movie? I can't remember it. I think it's called Evil Dead, but I don't mean like the comedies. I literally do mean like Evil Dead. So my first, well, you know what? Let's do a first poll. Of course, I almost actually seem like I forgot how to do them. So yes, was General Hospital actually good today? This is what I want to know from everyone else. Was General Hospital actually good? Also, we got 27 people in the chat. We got 4 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help out clearly. Kenya's in the chat. What's good, Kenya? Kenya says, even though I'm glad Douglas gave Hope and Thomas the baby equivalent oranges, the mess is going to hit the fan on Monday, and I'm so here for it. Me too. I got my cake. I actually got my cake in the um I will do that next. Thank you. Let me just take that. All right, Kyrie's that will be next. I want to sit there and see how many people answer this one first. Um, Cat Lady's in the chat. What's good, Cat Lady? Now, how you doing tonight, Kenya? Hmm. Yeah, what's General Hospital actually good today? That's really that's the first question though. Was General Hospital actually good? Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. Yeah, no, hitting the like button actually really does help. It really does. We had all sorts of new people in here. Sometimes we get guest celebrities. Um, so it really does actually help. I don't like to be the usual YouTuber. It's like hit the like button, but like the like button actually does have some power. So um thank you, Becky Dean. Johnson says Xander and Gwen are showing no mercy. Yeah, they're definitely showing no mercy. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of weird though. Like when Xander had a change of conscience, like when he had a growth of conscience, Gwen took that as in he doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't want to be with me. And I'm just like, what? Did anyone actually understand that? Anyone that watched Days actually understood that? Because that made no sense to me whatsoever. Shakira said I heard Portia makes a decision on Tuesday. Hmm. Krista says I would agree with your review. Too many of the wrong people know about Elizabeth's involvement. Nicholas Collins, I'm thinking she's going to get so exactly. Well, first of all, Krista, thank you for watching. And yeah, it was just weird. Like, as I was sitting there talking about it, I was like, wait. It's like it just came to me like a flash of lightning. Janice in the chat was good, Janet. Gwen was good. Gwen says, Albert, your channel is the only one that I'm having so many problems joining. I am only a member on one other channel and I didn't know problem joining. I'm depressed. I know, Gwen, I'm sorry that you're actually going through that. Because it's so weird. It's not something you should really have to go through. Um it's so annoying. I'm gonna try to put it in the chat and see um I don't know how to put it in the chat. Nope, that was the wrong button. What's good, Karen? Thank you for joining. I'm gonna try to put a link in and it says it's so nice to see new people joining our discussions, different comments and opinions is what makes your format so much fun. This is the only channel I join. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much. Um, that means the world to me. Just hearing you say that. Thank you. It is so annoying. Gwen says daughter is working a lot. She's a teacher, so she's really busy right now. No, it's all good, Gwen. It's all good. Whenever you get a chance, if I can listen, Gwen, if I can try to do something to make it easier, I will definitely put in my community tab to make it where it's easier. Well, I appreciate that, Gwen. I appreciate you being here. So thank you. And how was your day today, Gwen? Shauna's in the chat. What's good, Shauna? Monique says before I got on the chat, I was listening to Brock review on stage, and I agree with him about Willa. I wish I could feel sorry for her, but I can't. Hmm. You know what, Monique? I actually got to sit. It was today, right? All right, I got to watch this video. 'Cause I want to get his take on the episode. Usually, um, when I'm doing my review, I don't tend to watch his review or anyone else's review because I like to sit there and come in with my own thoughts and everything like that. But I will definitely check it out. Caroline is in the chat. Caroline Spencer. What's good, Caroline? Big Nate is in the chat. What's good, Nate? See, hitting the like button really does work. It really does. Shauna says, I'm thinking they're underestimating Tucker. Maybe. Savannah, Georgia. Okay. Well, I mean, well, Gwen, do you actually like the rain? Because I was going to say that sucks, but if you like the rain, then yeah, we got some new people up in the chat, and of course, Big Nate. Victoria's in the chat. What's good, Victoria? Johnson says somehow I believe Xander and Gwen could end up giving Salem a run for his money. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of mayhem. Okay, good, Gwen. Well, I'm glad that I thought about it before I said it. Carolyn, I'm actually doing really good. How's everyone in the chat doing? She asks. It is really awesome to actually have you in the chat. So that's another reason why I'm happy. CW actually joined the membership, so I'm very happy about that. And I'm actually off for work tomorrow, so I'm happy about that. Only thing is, I got to wake up at 8 o'clock for the cable guy to come in, and I'm not happy about that. But it's supposed to provide me with like faster service, and they're doing like fiber optics or whatever. So I'll be happy about that. And it says I don't eat cake, so I'm going to come in with ice cream to the wedding. Okay. Hey, listen, I'm with it. Whatever snack you want to sit there and bring, the more the merrier. And like I said, when I get my license, my actual license, oh, we're gonna be doing a wine party. We're gonna be doing some wine parties. Okay. Ron says, "I know you agree with me, but why can't some people tell the difference between?" Yeah, harassing people on Twitter and Facebook because they're probably just not really doing good in their normal life, and this is like an outlet. I mean, I don't like that, but like Perry says, I'm getting rid of my Dish Network next month. I'm tired of them. Oh, you got Dish? Okay, yeah. Kyrie's actually had Dish for a while. Don't get me wrong, it's really great, except for when there's like a strong wind or or it's like raining really heavily. Well, to be fair, I think Optimum kind of goes out a little bit too, though. So Becky D says Willa's facing her own mortality. I can't believe anybody would think she should just instantly forgive all the bad stuff in the end. No, exactly, and I agree with that. I do. Krista says, as for the necklace, why would she want a necklace from? Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I looked at both of them. I looked at both. At least I tried to look at both sides. Catley says, I didn't like Willow's reaction today. Petting. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was meant to say. Like, I was like, I get that you don't like her, but try to look at it from her point of view. Carolyn says, I love General Hospital, and it's the best show right now. Okay. I grew up watching General Hospital since high school. Monique says, what if Nicholas suddenly reappears at Portia and Gerda's wedding? Well, that would be crazy. But you know what, Monique? I thought when Austin came back, I thought he was going to sit there and say that the bodies moved somewhere. That's what I thought was going to wind up happening. But that didn't happen at all. And Ron says, and I don't blame Phoenix for being a super blocker. He said he didn't want any negative and hateful comments on his channel, so he blocks. That's right. Listen, I should tell you the truth. It's more than we got 29 votes so far. Well, we got 42, so I'm gonna leave it up a little bit longer. So if you didn't vote, well, I'm sad that thinking maybe if you didn't vote, you probably don't watch General Hospital. So I'm gonna leave it up for a few more minutes. Harry says facts they can't even keep. Channel 25 and 56. Yeah, that's something. Oh, Carrie, there was so many times where they couldn't keep channel 11. It was gonna, they were gonna stop it and everything like that. It's a lot. It is. It's a lot. So trust me, I've been through it. So I do not envy your position. To be fair, I didn't even want to get a cable box. I only got one, so I can continue watching GH. Laura says she's dealing with a lot right now. She needs space. Yeah, that's exactly what I was meant to say. I was like, you got to understand, like, she's facing her death. She's not going to be all happy, happy, joy, joy with you. But at the same time, it's like, you know, Gwen, there's never a reason to apologize for your opinion. Never a reason to apologize for being, for your opinion. Carolyn says, I love the women who play Nina, and she's doing great. No, no, yes. Carolyn, she's killing it. Have a good night, Monique. Thank you for joining. It was really great. I look forward to seeing you in the next live stream. I hope Nick is okay. I know I missed some crap. Oh, Gwen, the question was, it was General Hospital good today? Laura said permanently dead, sorry, enter button. Um Ron says, Albert, you have to agree with me, but why is he? Yeah, I remember you said that yesterday actually. Becky D says I can't stand Nina's character on GH, but Sydney Wise is yeah. Becky D, she's killing it, and that's the thing. You got to sit there and be able to separate the character from the actress. You know, Victoria says at least Willow admits that it's on her own why she. Yeah, yeah, she did own up to it. Becky D says I don't have IG. Okay, only on YouTube and I have an email. Well, Becky D, you can always email me. I do actually check my emails. Dee Dee is in the chat. What's good, Dee Dee? Dee Dee says, is someone going to crash the wedding so they don't get married? Also, when did they move Nicholas' body? Will he be gone? That's a very good question, Dee Dee. I thought that was going to happen today. I did. Laura says, I was so sure Austin was going to. Me too. I said the exact same thing. O'Brien is in the chat. What's good, O'Brien? Adrian? Is it Adrian or Andre? Want to make sure I got that name right. Is it Adrian or Andre? I'm like really bad with names. I think Nicholas is not. Yeah, a lot of Andre. So am I actually saying it right though? That's the question. That's the question. Laura says sometimes when I hit the enter button too soon. I'm sorry if that confused you. No, it's all good. Becky says Andra. Andra? Is that it? I think it's Andra. Kenya says I really think Nick is not going to be Andra. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Andrew, welcome to the live stream. I'm extremely bad with pronouncing names, so thank you for your patience. Yeah, Kenya, I said the same thing. I said the exact same thing. Andra. Yeah, no, Andra kind of confirmed that I did say um his name or her name right. Andra. Ron says, I'm also happy that Douglas chose to live with his hairstyle on. I mean, technically, Ron, I mean, I know it's, that's not biologically her her son, but it's, in every other way, that's her son that, in every way that counts. Thank you, Jonathan, for being my rock star. And thank you, Andra, for your patience. Krista says, who thinks Dr. O will be negative? A deal in order for the. I'm not going to lie. Um, if that happens, I think I'm just gonna throw my hands in the air and be like, what I would sit there and say? I would say if Olbrich is in the match, if she's not a match for some odd reason, then that means that the actress is leaving. That the contract negotiations did not go as planned. Yeah. CW, let me ask you a question. Do you have an Android phone or an iPhone? I'm very curious about your answer, CW, if you have an Android or iPhone. Harry says Dr. O is going to keep Miss Marrow to herself if Willow keeps the attitude. Andre, you have an iPhone, okay. And CW, do you have an iPhone or an Android? Andre says 14 Pro, okay. The great, lovely Nikisha Moore is in the chat. What's good, Nikisha? Thank you for joining. Do you think, what are your predictions, Nikisha, for this wedding? Mel says, I love Doug. I'm not going to lie. That was a good twist. That was a good twist. And also, Deacon really wants to shoot his shot. CW says, I have an Android. That's probably why, well, CW, that's probably why he was able to sit there and see the join button. That's so annoying. I hope that gets fixed one day. But again, thank you for again joining CW. I'm just not there trying to figure out like why some people can't see it and some people can. Laura says it's hard to tell if Dr. O will be negative about. Yep, yep. Okay, cool, Nikisha. Yeah, we're coming to a lot of the same predictions. Kenya says, I think Trina and yeah, Laura, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Kenya says, I think Trina and Spencer are going to get married and raise a kid due to crap fest about going down and also no justice regarding Esme paying for crimes possibility. Yeah. Harry says Deacon loves him that not, not Harry's never changed that energy. But he loves him a bad girl. He loves him a bad girl. He was my dude was really shooting a shot. She was like, I really want to be with you. I was like, wait, what? I was eating my food. I actually put that down. I was like, wait. Dude, you serious? Mel says Deacon is delusional that Brooke and Hope are going to accept Deacon. And yeah, exactly. He was like, no, they'll come around. They'll come around. Yes, thank you, CW. We have a lot of fun in the chats. We have a lot of fun in the live streams. So I really look forward to seeing you in those as well. Shauna says all they had to do was compromise with Tom instead of wanting all control. The judge said they all agreed to let. Here's the thing, Shauna. This was my issue. There's something that just felt very wrong. Like I felt really bad for Douglas putting all that pressure on the child to make him choose between his two parents. Like who does that? Let's really think about that. Who actually does that? Caroline says, I love the actor who plays Spencer. He is very good. Mel says, I was surprised they did not. Oh yeah, I well no no they only do that with Bill. Only with Bill and Sheila they do that. Okay, that's their theme music, and I can't just go willy nilly and just kind of just use it for everything. That's what makes it so funny and so special. Andra says before Josh does. Gwen says I think they will get married, and Curtis will find out later. That is another one of my theories too. Gwen. Becky D says I feel for Thomas kids really do pick up a lot of things. Thomas probably wants to go, yeah. Curry says he's not choosing between his two parents. Carolina's mother, she's not. Oh, okay. But that doesn't. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree. DC is in the chat. What's good, DC? The great DC is in here. Shauna says Deacon stole Bill's chest piece. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was funny. I was like, why'd you do that for? That was so petty. Like, what was the point of that? DC said everyone, I believe Nina or someone Nina's camp will end up saving Willow even though they ruled her out. Madeline Reeves. What's good, AJ? Thank you for joining. It is always a pleasure to see you. AJ says, I think Oprah would save Weeping Willow. I'm not gonna lie, they really do give her some terrible dialogue. Um, but they also give Summer bad dialogue too. When you really stop to think about it, they really do give her some bad dialogue. Like this chick is like 23 something years old, and yet they give her like the most old dated dialogue possible. Yeah, and Nagisha, I'm not gonna lie, they didn't test a lot of people like that they should have. Laura says, "Oh, Trina and Spencer don't get married to keep the baby. I support the couple, but they are too young and definitely not ready for this." Yeah, and he's also not ready to be a father, so there's that. Um, Janet, what's the temperature out there in Texas? And same thing goes for you, Mel, because I know you're in Texas also. Andrea says Josh will be a match for Willow. Janet says 40. Let's put it this way: it's been so cold in New York that Janet, I would walk in 40 in a heartbeat. But then again, it depends on where you live and stuff like that. And if you're used to that type of condition, so I will say that. Now, Shauna says, all while Sheila stayed with Deacon, he wanted her to leave. He only wants her because she's rebel. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I was to tell Shauna, you might, on some level, have a point. Okay. Or it says, didn't Nina mother die in prison? No, she died. Somebody killed her. Somebody actually killed her. I don't remember who. AJ said today was so good. Very good. Honestly, told you, listen, I'm glad that anyone actually liked this episode today. Janice said, hey, it snowed here last week. Freezing. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I can't picture Texas actually freezing. Yeah, Janet, it was actually good today. Oh, ramen noodles. I forgot to get the hot sauce down. Tamara's in the chat. What's good, Tamara? Rachel is in the chat. What's good, Rachel? Are we getting some really good people up in this chat tonight? DC says I was about to say you can't eat noodles. Yeah, I think I was just so rushing to get home because I was just like somewhat tired. And I was like, you know what? I am gonna do that. Also, when I do get my Anna says good discussion. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. When I do get my license, I'm actually gonna start doing like we're gonna have to do something like a little wine thing or whatever, like little wine parties or whatever. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Be sitting there testing out different wines and stuff. I can't wait. And like I said, I used to do that before when I used to do my reviews, but it's actually different, you know, doing a live stream. So that's the thing though, DC. Like I said, I used to actually do like wines and stuff like that when I used to do my reviews. So I don't know why I stopped. I don't know why I stopped. I really don't know why I stopped. Krista says supposedly Valentine kills Madeline, but I think it was Harmony to protect her secret. Before appearing on screen, Madeline was spilling the beans. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been so long. DC says its Bostic Enterprise is now having a winery division. Well, we definitely have a wine tasting. When we sit there, you know. I wouldn't sit there and say doing like wine review. Oh, Becky D says you can also do wine reviews too. Yeah, I would definitely do that. That's a very good idea, Becky. I'll sit there and do it on my live stream. I mean, it won't be like super long, but I'll sit there and test it out. So yes, yes, that is going to be a possibility. Well, not a possibility, but hmm, wine reviews. Black Mom says, Albert, what haven't you done? You have lived a very interesting life. Hmm. No, Black Man, I don't feel like I actually. I, there's a lot of times I'm very boring. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of times I'm very boring. Like, I have a routine. Like, I eat the same breakfast in the mornings. I usually have the same things for lunch, at work. So I don't exactly really. I'm not exactly really the live on the edge kind of guy. Shakira says, I bet if you like mushroom soup cream, it tastes really good when melted mushrooms, soups, and ramen. Interesting. Have a good night, Krista. It was really great to see you in the chat, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm always really happy whenever I see that orange um profile picture with the K on there. So DC says exactly how it is low key at the mirror. He lives multiple lives, like stuff. No, but honestly, tell you, I think that's actually kind of an interesting idea. You know, I don't know if I would want to do just like an actual. I don't know. Like I don't know if I would want to sit there and do an actual review, like a single video, or just really talk about it. Um, you know, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Either way, I'm definitely gonna get one. So the most important thing is that I'm actually going to sit there and be drinking wine again. So I'm very happy about that. Shauna says I know Phyllis is too damn much, but I don't like how Daniel talk to her. She's his mom. Yeah, Shauna, I will sit there and say this. He could have cooled down a little bit. I do think that his reaction was very hasty, you know? Like he could have slept on it. And it's funny too, because somebody else said the same thing. Like he could have slept on it for a little bit before he decided to just straight up fire her. He says, I couldn't get over how beautiful Terry looked in that dress today. Her dress was very stunning, Acacia. That dress was very stunning. Tamara says, I would not miss Finn. Cameron, which Finn? We talking about General Hospital, right? I always gotta sit there and check because there's technically two Finns. Oh, Gwen, you love the badass version of I forgot his name, Michael Easton. I just says I thought Terry dress looked very good on her today. Yeah, she was kind of stealing the show a little bit with her dress. Yeah, Gwen, he was a badass when he was on One Life to Live, and then General Hospital for a little bit, and then that whole thing happened. Um, Solomon says I was talking about my suit, or hmm. And it says it takes an interesting person that can sit in front of a camera and keep a bunch of strangers interacted looking forward to the wine recaps and lives. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. It's weird because it's like, Anna, I would sit there and say this. After doing this, like doing live streams and stuff like that, I've grown so much more respect for people that do this, that do live streams because it's fun. Um, but I never, it's weird because I never really think about it as like doing work or keeping people entertained. It's like I just look at it as I'm hanging out with a bunch of friends, you know. So I think that's what kind of makes it a little more easier for me. Have a good night, Audra. Thank you. I mean, not Audra. Andra. Andra. Have a good night, Andra. So I'm just going to take my Audra because, have a good night, Andra, and thank you for joining. DC says, speaking of, I saw the scenes with Alexis and Gregory, and I'm like, what purpose? Yeah, exactly. And I think Nikisha was like, he doesn't serve a purpose. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. I don't know why is he on there for her. Laura says, purple heart, hefty bag. Purple hefty bag. DC says, "Well, I'm literally on the treadmill currently at the gym listening to Albert. Albert live just like the YouTube version of Soap. Yes, DC. And you know James is well, like you said, James is the he's the Wendy Williams of the mornings. I totally forgot, AJ. I gotta sit there and hit you up on I gotta hit you up on Twitter. I still gotta send you that video. Valerie's in the chat. Valerie, what's good, Valerie? I don't know if I said hi to you before, but if I didn't, I'm sorry and hi. Um, Shauna said Audra, Vicky, and Nate gonna fall hard. Laura says Ava has a great outfit. Outfit definitely did not suit her at all. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Laura. It really didn't. It really didn't at all. It looked like she was like, I don't know, from some space movie or something like that. It was very odd. See, no, okay. DC's. Yes, that's very true, DC. Very true. Yeah, it's DC. He's going through it. He is definitely going through it. Yeah, no, AJ, I will. AJ says I'll DM you. Okay, thank you, AJ. And it's funny too, AJ. When I send you the video, I know the exact part when that happens too. Lakeisha Ava is just out of sorts since she killed Nicholas. Yeah. Talking about that wardrobe. I mean, I'm not like, high fashion or anything like that, but let's just put it this way. I don't even know how to sit there and say it, but I just know that it did not work for her. Oh yeah, Mel. Yeah. It's funny, Mel, because I think I only watched the first two, and that was about it. What's good, your voice? Thank you for joining. Gwen says, I miss Sasha. I liked her better than Willow. I think most people like Sasha better than Willow, if we're going to be honest. Michael Armstrong is back in the chat. Jerome Crime Family is defunct. What's good, Michael Armstrong? Laura says that how so many characters do not have a good storyline. Yeah, that is sad, Laura. But it's gotten to a point where it's like some people have other things and they have recurring roles because of that. Shakira says Gwen Sasha's leaving. What do you mean Sasha's leaving? Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, Shakira, you're gonna have to back that up for a minute. What do you mean Sasha's leaving? Shonda says no. Vicky constantly rubs it in his face that he's beneath her. Yeah, well, she does sound like she comes out of a Jane Austen novel, so I wouldn't be too surprised. Didi says usually Ava is so classy too. Yeah, I don't know what she was wearing. It was like some sort of purple space outfit from like the 1970s or something. I was like, what are you wearing? Nikki says, I was hoping well it does. And then Sasha can't be with Michael and Race. Oof. Yeah, DC. And it's unfortunate. It's like, I don't know if I feel, yeah, unfortunately, I feel like it's the lines that they give Willow that just turns into such crap. Like it really does. It's so bad. Becky's CW says I thought Willow was more interesting when she was with Chase. You know, CW, that is the general consensus too about that. That's the funny part. You're not alone. DC says I think Sasha and Dex should somehow be siblings to give further connection to the canvas. I can kind of see it. Shauna says Jack gave Kyle the business summer. Naive Adam told her. Shauna, I don't know if I asked you, but what do you think of Summer's character? When it says, I think Trina and Spencer make a cute couple, but I'm always reminded that Spencer is a castaway. It just says, so that means Sasha is getting killed off. Yeah, what is going on? Really? Who said that saying Sasha is leaving the show? Well, no, no. Shakira, you said that Sasha was leaving the show. Where'd you hear that from? DC says, because I can't take Dr. O seriously anymore. I'm sorry. CW says, Summer's dialogue makes her look like an egghead. Or earhead. I just know that her dialogue is really bad. Like, really, really bad. China says, I loved old Summer. I'm trying. Okay, Shauna, what's the difference between the old summer and the new one? I need your take on it because I haven't watched. Polka Dot, the one and only, the lovely Polka Dot is in the chat. Polka Dot, I put your Instagram in the description of my last video, and also my favorite B. I put that one in there too. How are you doing tonight, Polka Dot? Gwen says, "Oh, I mean, I miss Sasha." Somebody asked a question. What you miss? Oh, okay. Makai's in the chat. What's good, Makai? Michael says Willow is trying to be too perfect. Sasha is more real. Hmm. Yeah, Cat Lady, I'll definitely have to sit there and take a look at that. I definitely have to take a look at that. But I meant more like her personality and stuff like that. Like, what makes the old summer so much better than the new summer? I think I'm gonna put that. I think most of the people actually. Oh, okay. So wow, 78% people actually thought that it was good. That GH was good today. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. DC says, I like New Summer better. Rachel says, Trina Ant was with a Cassadine. That's very true. Gia. Of course, Polka Dots. You know I got to sit there and support you. And besides, it's very easy to do that because, well, I actually believe in me. So, but Polka Dots, that favorite song that I like so much, I want to hear the whole song now. Like, I love the beat, and I'm like, I want to hear the actual whole song. So we have to find a way to make that happen. Someone says, I think I'm going to have a little fun. Oh, okay. Oh, you tell the story. Okay. Rachel says Willow lines are boring for someone who is about to die. I think her lines are boring in general. That's the problem. I think her lines are boring in general. DC says, like, similar to how old Chad on days didn't look mature enough. It's the same with old Summer on Wino. Okay. Okay, Polka Dots. All right. All I'm saying, have a good night, Andra. Andra. All I'm saying, Polka Dots, is you don't have to give me the whole everything for free. I just want to hear that song now. I definitely want to hear that song. I really want to hear that song. Um, DC says Albert is over here reviewing people's songs and stories is given Corey publishing. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, DC. It's actually really good. Like the beat I'm sent to talk about is it's legit good. So it's like I listen to it sometimes, then it just like then it cuts off, and then I'm just like, man. Laura says, "Yeah, gee, I almost forgot about her. She left the show so long ago." Yeah, all right, polka dots. I'm looking forward to that. So I definitely want to hear it. Ron says, "Hope could go away and cry some more." Why do people dislike Hope so much? Okay, why do people dislike Hope so much on? God damn it, on B&B? What is good, Denise? Wow, it is really good to see you. I always see you like in the comment section, so it's really good to see you. DC said, "I was over here. Chance come from Y&R and business mergers with all these venture guys and ladies, DC, I'm an equal opportunist now. All equal opportunists. What is good, Denise? How you doing tonight? And thank you for joining. I always love seeing you in the comment section, so it's a good surprise. um, Solomon says, dying to know what DC. Okay. Nikisha said, hope is more boring than vanilla. Oh, damn. Polka Dot said, I gotta shower you with love. I'm Polka Dots. I'm here for that. Okay. I'm here for it. Seriously, I'm here for it. And seriously, I took a look at Polka Dot's profile pictures and stuff. She's pretty bad. Just saying. Denise says I just sat down and pondered a glass myself. Poured a glass myself. Yeah, Denise, I can't wait to get my driver's license so I could definitely get some more wine. Rachel says Hope needs flavor in her life. And also says Hope is still a boring whiner. Okay, so I'm generally getting the consensus now. Cat Lady says about to do some research. Uh, honestly, to tell you the truth, Cat Lady, as much as I want to, I do kind of got to wake up somewhat early, so I can't do it. I don't know. Maybe after the cable guy leaves. Maybe after the cable guy leaves. I have to always sit there and kind of pick my times now because when I got to wake up early, let's put it this way: I sleep like a log. Shauna says Sheila and Deacon gonna be their downfall. Exactly, DC. I tell him I was like, yo, he's very talented as far as storytelling. DC says, but don't most people at NY just take this that way? Okay, all right, Ron. So I get what you're saying from a legal standpoint. Okay, all right, that makes sense. All right, Ron. All right, all right, I'm with it. I'm with it, Ron. Okay. Yeah, no, it's true, cat lady. I sleep like a log, so I'm just like, especially on days where I got to go to work and I got to go to work early in the morning. I was like, yep, that's not happening tonight. Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I got I got so kind of caught up in Black Man says I think I was ready. No, 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 no. If I did, I probably wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have actually done a live stream tonight. I would have been sleeping. Yeah, I definitely would have been sleeping. Did Douglas make the right move on B&B? I don't know why, but it's saying that I spelt it wrong. Even I don't know if I spelt it wrong or not, but I think did Douglas make the right decision on B&B today by picking Steffi? I'm not gonna lie, it was very it was very hard to sit there and watch all that pressure on a child. You know, Kyrie, you're actually not wrong today. You're not. It actually was. Now, DC says I do research twice a day when you drink a lot of water and exercise regularly as possible. Yeah, it's very true. I haven't actually exercised in well, quite a while. Turbo says those who also try to be too perfect. Molly, Portia, and Trina. Well, with the Molly and the Trina thing, definitely Portia. But yeah, no, Kyrie, so I would sit there and agree with that. Now, DC says, not gonna lie, it's not gonna lie. Lately, I've been understand why Portia has been so annoyed with Jordan because it seems like Jordan doesn't mind the business that pays, aka PCPD. Becky D says, I think that depends if they let him change his mind later on. It's very true. Johnson says, I think he did what was right for him. Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to sit there and do. But you know, DC, it's not DC. I would sit there and say it's not even so much about the regular exercise and stuff like that. It's just more like when I do research, I just want to sleep. Like that's it. I just want to sleep. I just want to rest. Um, and I just sleep like a log. There's not the amount of times. It's just I'm tired after that. You know. Shakira says, which show should I watch first? Besides Days. I honestly tell you the truth, you should watch GH last. You can watch anything else first, just watch General Hospital last. Like you can watch I don't know if you watch B&B, but you can watch B&B. B&B and then YNR and then and then GH. Ron says he had definitely made the right decision, even though he didn't choose his own father. Yeah, but then he would have felt bad for not choosing his mother. So I get that. They put him in a very impossible situation. CW says I hope Curtis comes with that same. You know, honestly, tell you the truth, CW, a lot of people are saying that. I think everyone in the chat can actually agree with you on that. And DC says I take my time with research at least a good hour to maximize its benefits. Okay, wow, respect, respect, DC, respect, respect. I don't even know what to say. Uh, but I'm gonna keep this family. I'm gonna keep this family friendly. I'm gonna keep this a PG show. Polkadot says, "Are you saying the best for last with Jade?" No, I'm unfortunately Polkadot. I'm actually snitted saying from best to worst. I don't know Polkadot. I'm not snitted saying that Jade was bad, but it was very fillerish. You know, it was very fillerish. It felt very. Fillerish. I know that's not a word, but I'm gonna use it anyway. But it's polka dots. Well, also days was still better. Shakira says that means YNR wasn't that great. No, what YNR was great. You know what it is, Shakira? I think just they didn't repeat a lot of stuff. On B and B. YNR was also good though too. Ron says, why is everyone saying his mother, Caroline, is his mother, period? DC says, yeah, it's a whole nothing beast. Oh, DC, trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about. uh that is very true, DC. That is very true. Trust me, it's much more fun to take your time. I will say that. With almost anything. But specifically that. I almost dumped half of this on my lap. Sit there swirling it like it's spaghetti. Yeah, polka dots. I'm not saying it was the worst. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, it technically was the worst compared to the other one. So, um, yeah, it felt like a filler. It really did. Oh, trust me, Black Man. I think we all know what DC's talking about. But also, again, that's what I love about the chat. You know, okay, you only got 21, so I guess only 21 people maybe watched it. Carissa, who was the best man for Maxie? Jesse, Nathan, or Spinelli? Thank you, Polka Dots. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. So thank you. Trust me, it's always a blessing to sit there and see you in the chat. DC says, I know. I love how there's a whole inside joke conversation within the chat. That is very true. That is very true, DC. And I think that's, and all, why is this acting? Okay. Okay. I don't know what you're doing. I think that's another thing that I really do love about, um, okay. That I do love about doing this. you know that connection and stuff like that. Like when I say a joke or I say an inside joke, like people know what I'm talking about. Like if I sit there and say the word research, people know what that is. I don't have to sit there and get into details about it. But again, it's just one of the many reasons why I love doing this. Now Cat Lady says didn't catch B&B today. It was actually good. It was actually good. Cat Lady, it was actually good. AJ says the cancer scenes were not needed. Hmm. Why do you feel that way, AJ? I mean, I would sit there and say we were definitely sad. Rachel says the brain surgery did not work on fixing time. Yeah, that's true, DC. I mean, it's one of the fun things, but yes. See, Kathleen knows what I'm talking about. Shauna says, Hope let Liam have more days than Thomas. Well, I mean, they are married, so. Now, AJ says Spinelli was the best man for Max. I would sit there and say, that, It's funny, AJ. I really have to think about that for a hot minute. I mean, I didn't really know that much of Jesse. I don't. I mean, I didn't remember Jesse that well, but I do remember Nathan and Spinelli. And Spinelli and Nathan were opposites in so many ways. They were opposites in so many ways, and yet they both managed to sit there and capture Maxie's heart. Two men, they're pretty pretty much polar opposites. Like, let's really think about that for a minute. Gwen says, "I hope has hope appeared on days yet?" Nope, not yet. Yeah, Shauna says Douglas is Tom's son. Yeah, I might have missed something though with that sentence that you're saying. Johnson says, "I really wish we had more of the afterlife." Yes, me too, Jonathan. That was lacking. I sat there was like, all right, I can't wait for the next scene, and it was just like it just wasn't there. Polka Dot says it was between Nathan and Spinelli for me. Yeah, Polka Dots, who would you choose? Didi says it's toss up between Spinelli and Nathan. DC says in both Spinelli and Nathan. Yeah, exactly. And it's like they're polar opposites, you know. Rachel says Spinelli when he was younger, Nathan when she got older. Nikki says, I don't think Nathan and Spinelli are that different. Both good men, smart, funny, charming in their own ways. No, that's true. But I mean, you're right. You're right. They do have certain qualities that reflect in both of them. But also, yeah, that's very true. But they're also kind of polar opposites in some ways, like as far as their hobbies, their interests, their jobs. You know, Tony D is in the chat. For a while, Spinelli was working for Jason. Jason was working for Sonny. Nathan worked as a cop. You know what I'm saying? Like very polar opposites. AJ says both Milo and Willow chose leading up to her being on her deathbed. Gary says, I really didn't like when Hope said Douglas was going to choose Liam. That's why I said, oh. ABC says they are polar opposites. One was mental and the other was muscular, but both brought out their best in her. That's that's very true, ABC. And thank you for joining. Laura says, as far as I remember, Jesse had already died before Maxie got married. Polka says Nathan was the more attractive choice, but Spinelli when she was younger. How you doing tonight, Denise? Thank you for joining. I saw you in the chat earlier. AJ Simon. Yeah, it's funny. Tyron is in the chat. Was good, Tyron? So I'm missing when Ivy finds out about hers. Mm. I only remember Jesse because Dion's Corner was doing a reaction video, I think sometime this week. And he showed like the really old um well, I guess it wasn't really that old because you did have Laura Wright in there. And that's when he had somebody pick up Lucky and stuff. And Nikisha and Portia to police work with criminals. Spinelli teamed up with Lucky before. Sonny is helping Anna and Felicia now. Wow. Yeah, I really had to sit there and think about that. AJ Sauber, you should do a poll on Maxie's men. I do got to do one. I wouldn't be able to do it in the chat though, because for some odd reason, it does not work. Francis Anderson said he really wanted to. Oh, okay. I got to check that out, Gwen. Rachel said Maxie was selfish when she was with Spinelli. Yeah, she was. But I think that's what made it work after a while. It's like she did kind of become more of a better person to some extent. He just says the only man who was the worst for Maxie is Peter. I think we can all agree on that. Well, what about what about that other guy, Logan? Wasn't Logan just like a terrible human being also? Tony D says Nina and Willow got on my nerves today. Why is that, Tony D? Very curious about that. Oh, Krista. Oh, he died at the carnival. Okay. Jonah says if they stay with Hope, Sheila, to a threat. I don't like it, but Tom will have access. I have to tell you, Laura. I mean, I might have um just laughing at Nikisha's comment. I might actually I don't even remember what the question was, and we're at this point talking like 41, 41 people in the chat. So and 26 likes. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help out. We're getting a lot of more people in this chat. CW says Jesse was shot in the head and was declared brain dead. Oh, okay. Because somebody just said that he died at the carnival. So am I reading it wrong? I gotta. Oh, it's been so long since I actually watched it. And it says Maxie can run $1 million business, but can't get a good man. Ain't that's crazy, Anna? I just thought about that. But the affairs of the heart and the affairs of business is be very polar opposites at times. Yeah, Rachel Maxey and Cooper. Polka Dot says Peter and the red head guy. Oh, Polka Dots, you mean Levi. Honestly, tell you the truth, I really couldn't stand Levi. I really couldn't stand Levi at all. Um, I was actually one of the few people that did like Peter. I did like Peter. Okay, I was a Peter fan. I felt like he could have been a really good James Bond villain. Now Krista says he died at the carnival after being shot in the head. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been so long. I kind of forgot. Krista says Luke Duncan. Oh, Duncan, aka the other Peter, Levi Duncan. I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. I remember that. I remember that storyline, and I remember me really hating Maxie. Like Maxie turned into such an idiot in that whole thing. Now Torrance says, I remember Mac not wanting Maxie to see Jesse because Jesse was a cop and be in danger. Yep. And then he got shot. Yeah, Rachel, he was. Hey, you remember that? You remember that scene? Remember that scene where Maxie was trying to get, rights to see her daughter again. And it was only 3 people that knew the truth. And somehow the judge got a call saying that Nathan was gonna lie on the stand. And only 3 people knew about it. But instead of Maxie calling Levi out, she was just like, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I'm just gonna go to bed. And it was just like, whoa, you just lost custody to your child. And there was only 3 people that knew that. And you still didn't call out Levi. Mm, I'm not gonna lie. I'm almost kind of glad in some ways I'm kind of glad I wasn't um Rachel said Lulu was the one who talked. No, 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 no. There was a point where, what do you mean Lulu was the one that talked? No, it was Levi that called the judge and was saying that, Nathan was lying on the stand. Stewart's in the chat. Stewart says, I think it's going to come out before they get married. All right, did I have somebody else in the chat too? Hold on. I see somebody that said Jennifer. Hmm. Yeah, AJ, he was a real POS. How you doing tonight, Stuart? See, hitting the like button really does help. Okay, so when I sit there and ask to hit the like button, I'm not just doing it just because it sounds, it's Jennifer Stewart's my husband's. Oh, okay, okay, Jennifer. Okay, all right, I'm gonna remember that. We got another Jennifer in the chat. Okay, well, thank you for joining, Jennifer. Gwen says I just wanted Maxie to chill for a minute in the romance department. Johnson says it was more interesting when Levi revealed himself not to be on stream. Now, let me ask you a question. Whatever happened to the OG Mac? Whatever happened to the OG Michael? The kid that was like redhead or whatever? Whatever happened to that guy? I gotta look him up. Yeah, no, Jennifer. It's always nice to sit there and see new faces. Tyrone says I hate Levi too, but I'm more so hated Kyle because you recorded Maxie back in. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. That was old school. That was old school Tyrone. Tyrone. Tony D says it's Ava checked out Nicholas' body to make sure. I was I was sitting there saying the same thing when Austin came back. I was telling people in the chat that when Austin came back, I thought he was gonna be like, yeah, there's a problem. Yeah, Nicholas isn't there. But instead she was just like, um, I think that's his name. I think that's his no. The little kid, Jonathan. If that's what you're talking about, the little kid that played Drew, okay. No, Jonathan, I'm talking about the little kid that played Drew. I mean that played Michael. Oh Lord, Dylan Cass. Okay, maybe that's his name. Thank you, CW. Thank you. I thought the reason why I'm sitting there. Oh no, I found that. No, the little kid. Yeah, his name is Dylan Cash. What's the child version of Michael? Okay, that's what I was talking about, Laura. Rachel said Maxie was with Dylan and Lucky. That's very true. Hooked that dude up on pills and everything. But the reason I was sitting there asking about him because somebody said that he was Levi. Like Dylan Cash was Levi. I've been wondering what he's been doing. Okay, I guess he stopped acting around 2009. Okay. Oh, that was interesting. Sakira says I need to start back watch today's episode. Okay. Okay, thank you, CW. I was wondering about that because somebody said in some video that was the same person. I didn't think it was, but Council said he wasn't Levi, it was an Australian. Oh, okay, thank you. Tyrone says actor Peter actually played Levi. Oh. Valerie says I like Redhead Michael. Okay, all right, thank you, Johnson. All right, thank you. I gotta look him up. Thank you. Levi Dunkelman. Kind of a dumb name if you really think about it. I mean, well, not well, the last name. Dunkelman? Eh. You know what it is? It just comes across as very pretentious. And the character was played very pretentious up until towards the end. Violence and Days of Our Lives is my number one show. Then I'm watching Young and the Restless, and sometimes I watch B&B. So, Ron, the only one you don't watch is General Hospital, then, right? One says Eric should have won an Emmy for that drug storyline. Yeah, hey, he killed it, but now he's on days. But you know, it's weird that it took me a while, Gwen, to get used to him on days. It really did, and sometimes I confuse like the actor, Wally Kirk, because he plays Justin, he plays Ned. Then in reality, he just plays the same character. Shakira said, "Who played Team Michael before Chad do?" I think his name is something Garnett or Garrett. I think it's something Garrett, right? I know somebody in the chat knows, but I think it's something. One says no, not interested in GH. Okay. Victoria says correction, Zachary Garner. Okay. Yeah, Gwen. Well, Gwen, do you watch Days of Our Lives also, or just General Hospital? Because if you watch both of them, then you know that he kind of plays the same character. Well, I mean, it feels like he's playing the same character. CW says his character real name was Peter. He was getting close to Maxie to get revenge for his father. Yeah, I remember that storyline a little bit. I remember it just annoying the hell out of me, to be honest. Okay, all right, thank you, Tyrone. Shana says Tamara should have a Emmy for Carly. She killed it for Carly. She did. It's weird too because it's like thinking of her version of Carly versus thinking of Laura Wright's version of Carly. And what is good, Double C? Did you just get in, or have you been listening? Nikki says it's so hard for me to see Brenda. Oh, Brandon as anyone but Johnny Z. I love me some Johnny Z. I'm not, Nikisha, I'm not gonna lie, it did take me a hot minute to kind of get used to it, especially when he was Jake. It was just like, nah, man, it's not messing around. You're Johnny Z, man. Come on, me playing around with you like that. So, yeah, it took a while, Nikisha. It did. But Nikisha, what do you think about Ned and Justin? Do you feel like they're the same character? CW says Drew played Michael when he woke up from. Oh, okay, yes. It was so weird, CW. The way I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Like, did you just fire him, or it's like he was there for a little bit, and it was like, yeah, we don't need you anymore. It's kind of like the first Cam. Does anyone remember the first Cam? Have a good night, Jonathan. Thank you for joining as always. It was great to see you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next live stream. Shana says Sarah Brown got all the. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, Gwen. Okay, all right. Krista says I watched Bobby Kurt first on days as Justin because I watched. Oh, okay, all right, cool. So, okay. Nikki said, yeah, I don't see any defining characters. So Justin seems bland. Like exactly, Nikisha, exactly. It's funny too because me and DC were talking about that. Now, ABC says, could we all stop talking about the guy? He was vegan, and his only saving grace were that Mac really hated him. He died stupidly. Okay. I don't even. I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, I don't even remember why I brought him up for it, but Now, to tell you the truth, I think we kind of stopped talking about ABC. I think we kind of stopped talking about him a while ago. Tony D says it's crazy. Wiley has been playing both Justin and for years. Exactly. And here's the thing, Tony D. That might have kind of worked against him because he's been playing these characters back and forth. They kind of feel like they're the same character. Like I don't know how long the actor that plays Kevin and Leo has been doing both of them back and forth, but you can tell by their mannerisms and everything like that that they're pretty much kind of playing the same character. There's just one is straight and one isn't. Fiona says Elena on YNR. But what about Elena on YNR? I might have missed something. Gwen says he didn't want him to play the ape scene and they hired Chad for that. Tyrone says no, he was okay as a vegan. He just wanted to force Max to be something. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tyrone, yeah, he did do a lot of manipulating BS. Gwen said and Chad said he had a hard time with it. Hmm. Tony G says yes, that's true, and Kevin and Leo too. Yeah, it's it kind of works against them in some ways because they've been doing it back and forth that they just play the same character more or less. Especially if you want something that's very different from both of them. You want to feel like you're watching a different character. And it was funny too because if you notice when I was doing a video with DC, he kept mixing up some of the characters' names. So I thought that was really funny. Jennifer says Miss Luke. Yeah, I'm not taking that whole he died off screen BS. What she says, I just got on. I was finishing watching someone on YouTube. Okay. Rachel said, who was GA's best writer? That's a very good question. I don't even have an answer for that. Ron says Albert Days of Our Lives when it. Well, hopefully he does, Ron. Hopefully he does. I mean, he's killing on Days. I'm loving Days. Um, Days was definitely the best one today, personally. Thank you, Nikisha. Thank you. Yes, we're going to do the last poll of the night. Oh, I hit my phone. I hit my phone. I don't know why. I thought I wasn't spelling it right for some reason. Maybe because I didn't capitalize it. I don't know why, but I felt like I was spelling Luke's name wrong, and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm. AJ says, I don't really think Luke is dead. I don't think that Luke is dead either. I think it'll be so disrespectful to a character like Luke Spencer if they just killed them off screen. You know, just like kill them off screen. Like, why would they do something like that? Like, it'll be so lazy if they did that. Obviously, if you didn't see anyone die on soaps, most likely they're alive. That's very true. Now, Victoria says Albert is probably because they want you captivated the first letter of a person's name. Yeah, I'm very curious. I'm very curious of what people think. ABC is that man's immortal just as Jason is indestructible. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he's dead, but let me know. Vote. Let me know. Let me know if you think that Luke is dead. I'm assuming that 41 people in the chat probably watch. Well, at least most of the people in the chat watches GH. AJ said yes, possibly. Laura says I question if Jason is dead as well. I'll tell you this much, Laura. As long as Steve is on Days of Our Lives, he's pretty much dead. I know that Steve played another actor on YNR, something named Dylan something. Jennifer says that he's alive. Shakira says, okay. Gwen says, I think Victor Casson has a lot of people kidnapped. Yeah, and he could possibly be one of them. He could definitely be one of them. I'm not gonna lie. Um, the whole Holly storyline, unfortunately, because she had those effects, and the sad thing is that I didn't see what everyone else saw. As far as problems with her acting, the fact that she couldn't really stand up a lot. So this, I don't know about that story. Nikki says Victoria has Hayden too. He probably does. Ron says, and I love my Sheila because she is. Now Blackmon says he won an Emmy for playing Dylan. Oh wow, okay. AJ says, I don't know because I honestly never cared for Emily. Okay. Rachel said Dylan is Nikki's son. Why not? Oh, okay. So Rachel, wait. Nikki has other kids that's not connected to Victor. CW says Steve also. Ah, okay. Nikki said the Holly storyline was some camp. Oh no, but that's good though, Blackman. He actually won an Emmy for that. That's what's up. Aaron says Luke may be recast since Anthony is retired. Oh, that might be a good. I'm gonna write that down. All right. Tyrone, I may actually use that. I may actually use that in the topic, so thank you. WC's, are you ready for this Super Bowl on Sunday? No, not really. I've never really been a sports person. So, but thank you for letting me know because I was wondering was it tomorrow or was it Sunday? But I hope people that do watch it have a fun time watching it. Ron says, and yes, in Phoenix. That's not what I wanted. Nikki said, Albert, have you seen Ottawa 20 recently? I kind of miss. It's funny, Nikisha, because I saw him in DC's live stream. maybe the last time he did a live stream. I've been noticing that. I've been noticing that lacking. And it's funny too, Nikisha, because I didn't think about him until you said his name, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about the anti-heroes and anti-villains and morally gray characters. Thank you, Kyrie's. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, my rock star. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And why things is more dark and grittier. You know what? If nothing else, it made me laugh. It made me laugh. It really did. Thank you, Kyrie's. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Tony just says, why did Jordan even go to the wedding? Yeah. Also, why would you sit there and ask your ex husband or wife to go to your wedding? Like, why would you do that for? Like, I feel like that's just disrespectful in some way. Now, Shauna says, I miss Ian Ward. I believe he had Victor stabbed in jail. Ian Ward, Victor in jail. What show are you talking about, Shauna? Because technically, right now, there's still three Victors that are on the show, even though there's only really two of them. If you know what I mean. AJ said to stop Portia from marrying Curtis. Nikki says, I wanted Jordan to be on a beach with Andre Maris not thinking about Curtis or Portia for real. That's very true. That is very true. Thank you, CW. Thank you so much, my rock stars. Thank you. Thank you, CW. And again, thank you for being a member. And thank you, everyone, for being members. AJ says, seriously? AJ says, it's on Sunday and I'll be working that day. Thank you, CW. Thank you. Thank you so much. Perry says Dex would have so much more potential if he stepped away from Joss. You think that Christina would be a better fit? I mean, if you really think about it, anyone would be a better fit than Joss, but do you think that Christina would be a better fit though? Very curious about your answer. Yes, thank you, CW. Thank you so much. And thank you, Kyrie's again. Thank you. So I think we're reaching the pretty much near 2 hour mark. Um, and I do got to wake up somewhat early to see the cable man. And also, I want to call back my dad since he called twice. You know, see what he's talking about. So I think, oh, okay, yeah, I was waiting for that answer, Kyrie. So I was waiting for that answer. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. But I do want to thank every. Now Kyrie says, and it would piss on you. I do want to thank everyone for joining tonight. This was a lot of fun. Um, I love doing these live streams, and it's pretty much everyone here that makes these so much fun. So just thank you, everyone. You know, 22 said, "Where's Christine?" She says, that's a good question. Have a good night, Nikisha. Have a good night, Jennifer. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Shauna. Have a good night, Valerie. It was really great seeing you in chat. Cat Lady, you have a great night. Blackmon, Tony D, AJ, um, Tyron, Blackmon. I said your name twice, but still. Victoria, thank you for joining. Solomon, thank you. Thank you for joining. Becky D, thank you for joining. Dee Dee, you have a great night. Anna, I don't know if you're still watching, but you have a great night. Shakira, CW, Cat Lady, I said Blackmon already. Have a good night, ABC. Thank you for joining. Polka Dots, you have a great night. And have a good night, Shakira. I will be sitting there saying, have a good night, Nate. Thank you for joining. Laura, have a good night. Rachel, have a good night. DC, have a great night. I definitely will. You have a good night, Ron. Thank you for joining. It's always great to sit there and see you in the chat. Love your energy. Thank you, Dee Dee. Yes, thank you. Have a good night, AJ. Stay safe, and it was really great seeing you. And I will send you that video because yeah. And thank you, Dee Dee. Yes, hit the like button on the way out. It really does help. Clearly, we got some new more. We had some more people in the chat, so with some new faces. So it was really cool. And I love seeing all my familiars. So thank you. Stay safe, everyone. And yeah, I will see you in the next video or live stream or both. CW and Kyrie's, thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you.